Major Black Alert. Yeah, Black Alert. Okay. Okay. Alright.
She wanna know what I be dealing. Stacking my debt at the ceiling. I'm in a race for the million. I'm finna make me a killing. I'm about to blow up the building. Hustle while I don't be chillin'. Chasing that bag full of chicken. I'm finna make me a killing. I'm finna make me a killing. I'm finna make me a killing. I'm finna make me a what? I'm finna make me a killing. She wanna know what I be dealing. Stacking my dough to the ceiling. I'm in a race for the million. I'm finna make me a killing.
I'm finna make me a milli like Meek and the homies that's ballin' in Philly. I'm about to make them go silly. I tear the club up and my bitches get busy. I'm about to make them go crazy. I'm about to make them go crazy. I'm about to go level up. I'm about to go make them hate me. Real ones always show love. Fake niggas swear they the plug. Posted up when we in the club. Who is wife and hoes, nigga, you a dub. If she don't work, then she a scrub. You a chia pet sitting on the rug. I be getting money, nigga, just because. No ifs, ands, you know what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the Sip the Juice podcast with your host Mag. And in the building with me this week, I got my dude DarkyDark. Salute. Politics as UsuaLL podcast. What's good?
What up? We here.
Yeah. I got my dude Big Trev in the building. Talk to him, Trev.
What's going on, everybody? Sip the juice.
You already? I got another special guest in the building from the Politics as UsuaLL podcast. Talk to him, Mr. Lifer. What's good?
Peace to the planet, peace to the gods and earth. I'm here. Thank you for having me. Sip the juice.
No doubt. And I got my dude to the left. You already know, my ace boom, pt. Talk to him, Pep.
What up? Sip the juice. You already know. We in the building.
No doubt. Happy New Year's to everybody out there. You know what I mean?
Happy New Year.
Definitely got to start it off with a blessing. We gonna get right into it. Ain't no need to bull crap or wait. I know I sat there and watched Lifetime.
Yes, sir.
I saw that little R. Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Documentary surviving R. Kelly. You know, if all the accusations are true, then, you know, first off, God bless to those young ladies. You know what I mean? That's first off, God bless to those young ladies. But truthfully, I just want to get everybody's opinion on it. What y'all think about it? You know, to me, I thought it was disgusting, but I'm gonna open the floor up and y'all speak on it.
I didn't see it yet.
Okay, but you heard about it.
I got a DVR. I'm be honest with you. I got a DVR. I'm gonna check it out and whatnot, and you know, and evaluate it. But it's more for me. It's just to get in more of the background of probably the things that some things you probably didn't know, or you're finding out now, because a lot of things we knew.
Definitely knew.
You
Being in the hood,
you
knew, or you had an inkling or an idea of something like, yo, something strange is going over there.
You seen the tape. You seen the tape.
Yes.
We all seen the tape.
Even before the tape, you think about the tape, you think about Aaliyah.
Yeah, she was 15, and we knew that.
Yeah, but the thing was with Aaliyah though, we wasn't even thinking that far ahead with Aaliyah though. You know what I'm saying? Like when we heard 4-page, not 4-page letter. When we heard
that front, back and forth, that was the first one. That was the first one, front, back and forth. That was the first one she had.
No, the song she made, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, and R. Kelly was in the video. We ain't even peeped that. Like, he was in the video. You know what I'm saying? She talk about a young boy or whatever.
You gotta get closer to the mic, like.
But you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we knew what it was, man. We just ignored it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
in the hood.
turn the blind eye.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the topic period just makes my stomach turn, man. Like,
I feel you.
I get really angry when I hear stuff like that, you know, personally. You know what I mean?
Understandable.
You know, having a cousin that was raped, murdered,
that, brother.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's personal.
You know what I mean? The topic bothers me. I'm not gonna lie.
That's personal.
I'm still gonna speak on it, but you know, just turns my stomach, man.
Sorry to hear that.
See.
Word up, peace to that.
See, when it touches like that, it really make you really be like, yo,
it's fucked up.
How could y'all do this?
Right. But I want to say something though, Lifer. You saying that people turn a blind eye. I thinking for me at that time when you in your 20s, you know what I'm saying? At that time, that's what I was in my 20s. Right. And you listening to Kels and like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you living life, you ain't paying attention, but when you living life and you doing what you do.
Yes, sir.
I was trying to do music at the time, you know what I'm saying? You pay attention, but when you ain't in, and you remember the internet wasn't popping like that,
we
so
ain't
it ain't like.
back then.
But don't get me wrong, it was word of mouth. But let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
If you fuck with a dude on the streets, or if it's just an entertainer, basketball player, football player. If you fuck with a person and you rock with them, whether you know them or not, but you fuck with their energy, 9 times out of 10 when you hear a story about them, you don't want to believe it. And especially if it's some shit like that, where sometimes you might have went through some bullshit with a female, one of your peoples might have went through some bullshit with a female. I'm not excusing, I'm just saying, you can relate to that. Where you like, you know what? You know what? I'ma wait. I ain't gonna judge him off
because
that.
you know why? Another reason why, because it's like a lot of those people who do engage in those type of acts, they don't do it around you.
Right.
So when you hear
Speak on it.
And you hearing about it, you like, hold on. And then a lot of times we won't really approach them. We'll make a joke about it, approach it more of a serious level. Like if we hear something like that and be like, hold on, I'm hearing this. Let me go talk to my man right here and really talk to him about this instead of saying we sitting there. You know, one day we might be sitting there politicking and doing our thing, be like, yo, player. You know, I heard some stuff about you, man. You better not be messing with them young girls. You
joking with it, right? Joking.
He take it as a yo, come on, stop playing with me. And it's not really that seriously taken, and y'all move on. It's not what it is, but you kind of let him know that that's out there, but it's more not a serious. You're not really taking it serious, so y'all kind of like, okay, it is what it is. But now, in the back of your mind is there that you know that he was engaging in them acts, but until you really see it, until some girls come and act on and tell you it was him.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of things don't bother people until they hear home.
That's a fact.
That same dude you talking about, let him be at your family reunion playing Duck Duck Goose with some kids that's in your family. See if you don't get that 4 or 5 out real quick.
Yeah. See, so that's
the thing with him though. Like, I'm saying, like, what we got to understand with the thing with him was that he was doing this on a regular basis. This is something that just didn't happen. You know, he got years doing this. Even when he was going to court, he picked up another one that followed him in the courtroom, and he did wild craziness to her too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but let's talk about the actual show. You saw the show, like right? So let's discuss, because on the show, to bust it down, dog, they basically had the parents who, they said the first parents who was on there. They said that they actually got payment for their daughter.
Personally, they all got paid.
Because you got to remember, this wasn't, he wasn't really going, and maybe it was some females he did go out and just get them by just, you know, trying to talk to them about him not having no motive of doing nothing. But a lot of them was coming from wanting to be a star.
They chasing their dreams.
The Pied Piper R&B.
Chasing their dreams.
So if you dealing with that type of person, whereas they're coming to you, and now the parents is okaying this because they're not seeing nothing wrong with you or him being around them because you're trying to further my kid's career. You're trying to do something for my kids. So, okay, they need to be at this time. Okay, cool. I'm not thinking you're going to harm them because I'm thinking as an adult, you're 30 or whatever plus age, and my kid is 16, 17 and trying to make it. You're not thinking that way. But he was thinking that way.
I mean, you're not thinking that way at first. But what about after the rumors? Because that's the whole thing that the people were asking, the outside people and the people who commenting on IG and commenting about it is that, hold on, y'all brought y'all daughters to him recently. After having all these years in history of doing all of this stuff, and you bringing your 16 is attractive.
This is what I'm talking about, Mac. It's like, when that thing happened with the tape, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to push the tape to the side. That tape was like in 2001. We in 2019.
19 right now.
You know what I'm saying? And the ill thing about the tape was, even though that he did what he did to Shorty or whatever, Shorty's still with him to this day. You know what I mean? Like, she still ain't go back home. She with him to this day.
I don't know if it's the same one.
You gotta watch
the show. She might got too old.
You gotta watch the show. She's still with him.
So you know. So I ain't watching.
Because Smelly Kelly was doing it. He was doing his stuff thizzle.
Says Smelly Kelly.
You know what I mean? Like, and like I said in the episode with Politics UsuaLL, he had to be introduced to the lessons in a sense because the lessons teach you how to be swift and changeable and deal with the 5 currents of the earth. So he took that and manipulated that situation to make his brand even better with the females.
He just sick.
Because if you meet a female that back in the days that dealt with a lot of 5%ers like we was talking about earlier, sometimes they used to manipulate women to do things they wouldn't normally do. So now when you prey on the young, you can do that because really they're not really mentally there to be on the point where a grown man could take them and take advantage of them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I think that's what he was doing personally.
He not religious.
No, he's religious to a sense,
nigga
but
can't read.
He from the shadow.
He can't read. He can't read.
Parents is getting paid off.
He can't read.
To have, you know, for a man that has money, put it that way,
right?
To introduce currency to a family for a child
that's deprived. Make sure you put
deprived.
that word.
Yeah, definitely.
Put that word in there, deprived.
That's sick to me.
Come up.
And that's not just that dude's fault. Say he got a problem, whatever you want to call it. That they're enabling that.
Yeah.
And they're doing that because of money.
It's basically they're selling their children for the promise of getting paid.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, all the parents got paid because I know personally, if that was my child, I'm not throwing no rocks at no window. I'm not doing that.
I mean,
I'm not doing that.
I mean, it ain't much you can really do with that. If that's why that's a weird situation, because if your child is old enough to be there and they saying they want to be there,
there's nothing you could do.
And you going there and you trying to do this. What I would do now. I would be in a penitentiary, but it's just a situation.
Right.
You be on the same wavelength.
That's the whole
you know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Yes,
That's the whole thing, because ain't no way I'm gonna be sitting there. But see, then it's like, why would you? But then you sitting there putting yourself in a situation, and you're in a penitentiary,
right?
But she's still there.
No, but
you see what I'm saying?
Right. You
so the father, like, you lose.
No, but what I'm saying, as far as
be
the
home
aspect of
and
that
try.
is, like, as far as watching it from a mental standpoint, like, I watched it without bias. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like figuring out the parent aspect of it, because everything is about the young kids, the young children, the young girls. Like, he turned one girl into a boy, so you already know he's sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, he turned a little girl, a beautiful,
and that
girl into a boy.
And now supposedly that young girl returned home. But let's talk about that.
But she keeps flip-flopping back and forth.
But let me just speak on that. We got Etymologic Beats in the building who sat down with us. But let me speak on that real quick.
Etymologic Beats.
Did you see that? Did you see it, Etymologic? Just to ask you, the Lifetime.
No, I didn't get to see it.
All right, but let me just speak on this, right? The mother came on Mother's Day.
Facts.
To go see her daughter. She found out her daughter was in a hotel room in Beverly Hills. The mother goes with the camera crew, pulls up to the door.
Yes, sir.
They open the door.
Yes, sir.
The daughter comes out looking like a boy. Now, I'm saying that's a boy.
Straight
I'm
boy.
thinking that's not. But it's the daughter. So, but you know your kid, you know what I'm saying? So the mother walks up, embrace her. They talking real low, not even audible, so you can't really hear it, but they showing the words. You know how that go. And basically gives her a hug, says, all right, kiss, and then the mother walks away. After about a 2-3 minute encounter, or that's how they edit it. So she walks out. She gets downstairs. She's like, gets out to the front of the hotel. She's like, this is the best Mother's Day ever. She's thanking the camera crew. Thank y'all. Thank you, Lifetime. It's the best Mother's Day ever. I saw my daughter. We're going to try to get her home.
Yes, sir.
When she leaves, she comes back. She gets called back into the hotel. She goes and sees hotel staff and management. She thinking they're gonna bring her daughter downstairs. Say it again, Lifer. What did her daughter do? Her daughter called the cops on her after she had left.
Cause somebody called Smelly Kelly and told him what's going on.
And called the police.
And
then supposedly, as a Lifetime documentary went off in Texas, the word said that the daughter went back to the mother 3 days later. So she's back with her mother now.
But she keeps flip-flopping though.
But see, Lifer may know that, I don't know that.
Yeah.
But, just in speaking on that aspect is what Dark touched on. When you have a young lady who's over the age of 18, which is consent, but especially over the age of 21, as a parent, what do you do to get your child back? Or do you sit there helpless and go to the media and plead? Because I'm sure everybody, like Dog said, he might be in the penitentiary. Yeah. I'm quite sure I'll be in there with him because I don't see myself allowing, I think emotion to get the best of me.
Yeah,
at a certain point.
I'm just sorry.
That's a fact. It's definitely emotional.
I wouldn't break down and cry. I'd break down and get busy.
Right now.
So
it's definitely emotional.
This is a unique panel because I believe everybody here has kids, right?
Facts.
Yep.
Got
Got
20-year-old
We don't know
24-year-old
what
son.
we would do for our kids, right? So
Three
like,
nephews and a niece, right?
when it really comes down to it, it's like, all right, well, your child is in distress.
Yeah.
There's something that takes over, and it's not really your mind; it's your instinct.
Right.
To protect.
Right.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
definite.
So, me understandable for the situation that's going on right now with this guy, and I'm talking about R. Kelly, like, regardless of him being a superstar or whatever the case may be,
Right.
like, you're still committing acts that are not acceptable.
Heinous.
It's
Definitely.
not acceptable.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I have a new daughter, you know what I'm saying? She's 4. And
God bless her.
I don't want her to end up in somebody's arms the likes of him.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
And it's not about the glitter of fame,
Right.
or the promise of having like a come up.
Right.
No.
Right.
You go by other means, like especially if you already knew his MO. Like
Right.
Exactly.
if he had prior
Exactly.
involvement with something like that,
Exactly.
even remotely close,
Exactly.
why would you even put your child in that situation?
Money, bro.
Valid point.
But
That's-
you know
yeah.
what?
Money.
Money
That's-
or not,
that's
then
money.
you deserve everything you get.
But
Exactly.
money. I'm saying.
Exactly.
You deserve everything you
I'm
get.
the
You
same-
can't-
I'm
you can't put
exactly.
your child
No.
in that situation.
No, I hear you.
Knowing what the T is.
You know
Come
the
to
reason I
morals
say
and
that.
principles.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Morals and principles. Everybody don't have those.
Yeah, of course.
But you
And
can't
yo,
cry wolf after it's already
You gotta
done.
speak for
A lot of
yourself
people-
because
You
a
know
lot
what's
of people
crazy?
don't do
Because
that.
they didn't
You know
expect
what's crazy,
that. That's
man?
what it is.
And I'm glad that son brought that up because son didn't even watch it. And I'm replaying it, watching it. Like I watched it and
Right.
I'm sitting there watching and I'm listening to them talk, but I'm looking at the father like,
What's really good with you?
son,
B?
what's up,
Like,
son?
what
And
you
his
doing?
wife is like, yo, I'll go back to jail. I don't care.
And-
He's like, it's all right, baby. Don't worry about it.
The
But
thing-
you throwing rocks at a window, homie.
The thing,
Right.
the thing that got me about the show
Playing baseball in front
Go
of
ahead.
the greenhouse.
was at the age he met everybody. Nobody was over 18 when they first met him.
No.
Everybody was under.
Well, a few 30-year-olds, but go
But
ahead,
no,
dog.
but see, but like he's saying, they was young, but remember, a lot of them was coming from on the premise of being
The
a star.
yeah. So it wasn't like
So
that.
that wasn't
right,
like
right.
maybe, like I said, maybe
I
there
got
was a
you.
few in there. Like they said, he did. He
Yeah,
said they
yeah.
say he used to be hanging around
McDonald's.
the schools
Yeah,
and
all
all that
that. That was
stuff.
wild.
They said
son.
that.
That's
I
crazy,
heard that.
dog. That's
what they're
crazy,
saying,
bro.
but I don't know. You know what I mean?
They do
And
say
if that's what he
That's
did,
crazy.
Look at the
I don't
craziness.
know what type
Look at
of
the
girls
craziness
get
of
on
the situation. Like the best signs that they
That's
dropped in that whole 6-part series was the fact that when he was dealing with Aaliyah, right, and the mother said that they was with Aaliyah every step of the way throughout that whole ordeal. They never left Aaliyah alone.
But
none
they
of
still
that
got
shit.
married.
She still got married. She still got pregnant. But they never put up a fuss behind none of that.
Oh, man.
See,
That
and-
means they got
See,
paid.
you know what it is? A lot
They
of
got
times
paid behind
parents
that.
they try to show face at the end
They
when
have
certain
to.
things happen
Yeah.
like that. Oh, I was there. When they know it wasn't really like they know it was more on the fact of this is R. Kelly. He just did with that public announcement and all
He
that
trusted
stuff.
him. He
And
trusted him.
He
he popping right now.
Yeah.
And he doing this one. So you know what? He's good money. He gonna make her a star. He just down the third because, I mean, what it is. I think they were saying that like the Aaliyah that we seen, that wasn't even her.
No.
Right.
He made that.
Right.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
made
That
that.
she
Like they
wasn't,
made Little Kim.
Yeah,
He
she
made
wasn't that Aaliyah with the baggy clothes
right,
and
you're right.
They made
being
that. That
cool.
wasn't her.
That's his image.
Yeah,
That's
that
his
was an image that
With
they
the
gave
bandana,
her.
with
You
the
know?
eye covered and all that.
So you think
that was
about
all
that. So
Smelly Kelly.
she
Word
wasn't
up.
really. That wasn't her. So you think about that. You say, okay, then you
Yeah.
know what type of girls he was dealing with. He was bringing.
Those
Oh
men
man.
matching
But they
I
the
know,
clothes.
I know
the
for
young-
a fact
the
that
young
Leah
girl.
had a lazy eye, did security for her girls, so you know what I mean.
And they
She was
fixed
a good
it.
person. She was a good person.
Yeah, she was great. She was great. Definitely.
You
great.
And as I'm saying, she was no. She's a good person. It was just they made her that way for us to sell because as you see, sex sells, and as we go. So I understand why that went that way. But when you see that, and then you see, come on, ain't no way nobody could tell me they was going to studios with all them. I mean, within a year period of time, No one went to the studio one time and saw nothing.
Dog.
Of course they did.
And I'm talking about I'm not talking about artists. I'm talking about family or people
He
just
had a
check
bedroom
security
in the studio. He had a bed in the studio.
Let's talk about what Dark said, and I don't want to bypass what you said, Edamati. You said
I gotta watch.
you said you did security for Aaliyah.
Yeah, for Aaliyah, yeah.
So you were around her.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's inside information on the Sip the Juice podcast. On the Session TV on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
You get this there, he go right there to the right.
Yes, sir.
But now, what? So can you describe?
Elaborate a little bit.
This is real life shit. Excuse my language. Can you describe what the atmosphere around?
I just want to touch you.
No, this dude.
He's around the league.
He had
to touch it.
My bad.
Security.
My bad.
My bad.
He had to put his arm out one time.
Yeah, right. That get a little flash. Nah,
because we a little serious.
What was the atmosphere like around her for the times you were around her?
She had her inner circle security, of course. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But like I was the closest to her as far as like my company was concerned. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so,
peace.
Like she actually requested that because like she felt me being like a real good dude. So she was like, nah, he's good. Like I want him, close by.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Big
saying?
dude,
And
no
so,
doubt.
Wow.
Like really, the only thing that really I witnessed was like she was impressionable.
Oh, so that's that.
You know, and
she was
that
young.
really says it all because I will tell you, and true story, like this girl, she came up to her and she was like, "Yo, can you take your glasses off for a picture?" So Ali was like, "Nah, I don't really want to do that. I really want to do that." And I was like, "Yo, Leah, come on, man, it's a fan. Like, go ahead, do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?" And she just looked at me and she was like, and she took him off.
Right.
You know, the girl, her face lit up like, oh my God, she took her glasses off.
Right. Happy.
And she took the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
Right,
then and there,
right,
like
right.
really, did I have that much influence on her when she's that much of a star?
Right.
She's really established
That's
by
what's up.
listening to me.
Right.
Security or authority or something.
Right. I feel what you're saying.
That
Now,
means
you
she
put-
trusts your word.
You put her in position with a dude like R. Kelly.
With money and power.
Who won and got to get the gab. So he
Right,
can say
right,
whatever
definitely had that.
and back it up with whatever.
Right.
Guess what?
No doubt.
Same situation. You're going to do it.
Right. But that goes back to what Doc
sir.
was talking about when he's talking about all of these, you talking about being impressionable. He's talking about all these young girls who are coming to the table. And we're not just talking about young hood girls.
No.
We talk about young girls who want to be stars.
Yeah, he met him in concert.
Stars. So they coming for an angle. So hold up, though. When you want to be a star, hold up. We could flip it real quick. We could flip it to the rap game.
Okay.
They talk about the Illuminati. Yeah. They talk about Diddy. Off camera, we was talking about Diddy at parties and doing wild shit. And niggas did, oh no, we ain't going to them parties. We ain't with that game level party, supposedly, allegedly. Dudes is from the street. They real. They ain't no suckers. They done pull them things, they done whatever.
Yeah.
But for that money, for that whatever,
What's your price?
they done been put in predicaments.
What's
Speak
your
on it,
price?
Doc.
Listen,
Real
man.
street
Every
dudes.
time,
Speak on it.
What's your price?
every time he come to a situation like this, and I'd say when it come to people trying to do things and become things and things backfire and it don't go that way because they probably sold their soul or they did something and the hurdle, they ain't get that hurdle, they fell.
Their price.
Talk
You
on
know,
it.
listen, even though I don't know how he move or whatever, but Jay always, like I say, Jay, however he told you.
Let's get it.
Drug, he said fame is the worst drug known to man.
Fame.
You know what I mean? When you trying to be
They
with
prey off
fame,
that,
and you trying
yeah.
to be stardom, and you trying to get that light,
Fame.
that's how people, you know what I mean? Everybody get high off that drug.
Fame.
Yeah.
Fame.
Everybody, and that's what that
Fame.
drug them women was chasing. They was
Fame.
chasing that fame, that drug, and he's
And-
selling it.
and-
He's sitting there saying, I can sell it, I can get this to you,
Right,
but really,
right,
I'm
right.
selling you sheetrock.
Yeah,
Some
but
bullshit,
you
sheetrock.
wrong.
And you know what's
Because-
crazy about that also is the fact that a lot of these because I gotta go back to the parents, man, because like
But speak on the conditions, like tell them what the conditions
The conditions was
How were the
basically-
girls staying in the cribs? How were they in the cribs? They was in mansions, but how were they? Tell
like
them
he
about
was
it.
keeping them locked up. They had like the nigga had He had houses where they would be locked up in the bedroom. They couldn't come out. They had to ring a bell to come out the joint ski. Like, he was on some real. He was on some pimp shit. He was on some pimp shit.
How you know this?
Not on the
joint ski.
Tell him, wait, stop. Hold on.
You said some stuff that I know some R. Kelly stuff.
You don't wait. You don't know about punishment? Tell him about punishment, life of please.
The punishment you don't eat for weeks.
Nah, flash. Nah.
You gotta ask him to eat every night.
OG, triple OG.
You gotta ask for your dinner.
Nah, they wasn't doing that.
Listen, if you didn't do what you wanted to do, you had to ask daddy.
And the girl was telling you this?
He had to
all of them.
He made sure he beat it in their head that they had to say daddy to him.
What?
They was daddy to him. He was a pimp.
They was in the
What's
same.
What's wrong with this dude?
They was in the same
that's some
house.
white man stuff.
They was in the same house. They was in the same house for years and didn't speak to each other.
They had to text each other to meet up in the bathroom, and it didn't work out some days. It didn't work out some days.
You couldn't meet up.
They couldn't meet up. Mag of my lion. In the crib. In the same crib.
No.
They texted like, yo, we gonna meet up at 5 o'clock, and they couldn't meet up.
And they were so scared. He beat them.
He beat them.
And then they couldn't use the bathroom, so that's why 50 they had them shitting in the bucket.
They had shit in the bucket.
They had a bucket in the room. They were shitting in the bucket. Yes, they were. They were shitting in the bucket.
So some of this stuff.
Low.
Nah,
I won't lie to you.
It's women.
And this is Lifetime. This ain't even HBO. This is Lifetime.
Women actually.
What?
They was doing testimonial.
Why this age? Why this young age?
You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. He was doing this for a period of time, and nobody actually was in there getting that.
He's still doing
this ain't right. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go.
No, they left. Some of them left. But the one.
Okay.
The thing about this, right?
Why he ain't in jail?
Because he was taping hold on. And it looked like it was consensual. He was taping everything he do every time he
before we go further.
He had him do derogatory, eating his ass, shitting on him.
Yo, quick thing before we go even further. Shorty from the video that he peed on. We gonna say it live on his TV. Yeah. He peed on Shorty in the video on the tape. We all seen the tape.
Allegedly.
I ain't saying his name. I ain't saying the name. Son said the name. You know what I mean?
It was his likeness allegedly.
She's still with R. Kelly to this day. And
that's the craziness.
That's the question I wanted to ask.
Sparkle people?
We talking about kids. We talking about our kids. Let's say you have a kid.
I know that, Brian.
Right.
How much can you control your kid? How much can you?
It's not about control.
No. Let me ask you. Why you say it's not about control?
That's a valid question. Control them.
Listen to me.
I'm
not done my question though.
It's a valid question.
So if it's about control, not controlling your kid, right? But let's say I ask how much can you control your kid, and how much of your life can you put into watching your kid?
Everything.
Yeah.
As a father,
can you watch your kid 24 hours a day?
18. No, but
no, you can't.
No, that's one thing.
It depends.
You can't watch your kid every day. Because I see my gaps in the days myself. I pay attention to those gaps.
Right.
But my son will tell you when they come home, I'm on them. Everything good? How was your day? Everything. I mean, this is every day. I don't never go in the house at one point and just, hey guys, what's up? And just turn my back and keep it moving. No, what's up? We got handshakes. I give my handshakes to my daughter. Boom. And then we sit there. How was your day, baby? You good? Everything good? Everything good? You have no problems, right? Everything all right? You know, I give that extra. Everything all right?
Real
So they'll know if there's anything extra you think you can't tell me. Tell me.
Even about being a father, though. The thing about being a father is like, and not to put the son on the back burner.
That's
real. Not to put the son on the back burner, but
to
being a father to a daughter, as a dude that came up in the hood, you have to take a little bit of an extra effort to make sure that female is good, because that's your offspring.
Because you know
where you came from.
You know what they're up against.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that she's even better than your son, because he can equate and deal with certain type of shakes and all that. But when it comes to your daughter, you have to make sure, like, you know, you got to build that bond with your daughter to the point where if somebody comes to your daughter's life and be greater than her father, then you lost as a father. Straight up.
Yeah. But
straight up.
I want to segue on to something real quick. And you spoke on it. You brought the man name up real quick when you talked about Hove. And we was talking off camera about, you know, with the whole Nick Cannon and Dame Dash had an interview Cannon's class. And in that interview, you know, they brought up something where it was with Foxy Brown and with Jay-Z.
Okay.
Where Jay-Z was 23, I believe,
Shout out
and Foxy
to
Brown was 16.
Shout out
Now
to Brooklyn,
they just insinuated some stuff without insinuating some stuff. You know, the master linguists, they know how to twist them words around, and I'm not mad at them. You know, they doing what they got to do, whatever.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they not saying anything that probably hasn't been said already.
Right.
And with that being said,
10 toes down, track 10 floors down. Every day is still a grind day. Still fucking up the tri-state. Told my plug I'ma hit him next Friday. He said you know where to find me. The second exit off the highway. That's my nigga, my compadre. Bands in the bank, big house with a fly ass whip. Ask yourself this, who you gonna spend it all with? My guys, my bros, my woes, my rounds. Kiss they 10 toes down, 10 toes down.